What's up, my LP Nation? In today's Freelance 101, I'm doing something a bit different. It's not going to be a classic screen record tutorial. I'm going to talk head to head to you. I'm going to give you the worst mistakes freelancers make. So the worst mistakes freelancers make, I made a top 10 list that I see a lot, some of which I made in the past. To remind you, or for some of you who don't know me, I'm a 5+ years experienced freelancer. I was working on Upwork, and recently I'm working on Freelancer.com. To be honest, I mostly work on Freelancer.com, but I have a lot of clients outside the platform. So I have 5+ years experience as a freelancer. So let's go to mistake number one. Mistake number one is not studying the rules of the platform. So it doesn't matter if you choose freelancer.com, if you choose Upwork, if you choose People Per Hour, Fiverr, doesn't matter, there are tons of platforms. The common mistake I see with young freelancers, new freelancers, they just dive into it, they want the jobs. I understand you want the job as soon as possible, but you have to study the platform. Please study the rules, because if you don't study the rules, you will fall as a victim to misconceptions about the platform, or you will fall a victim of disappointment and even maybe a scam, because scammers will use your lack of knowledge of the platform, and you will often think that you are being robbed or the platform is scamming you. No, the platform is not scamming you. It's just that you didn't learn the terms of service. Every freelancing platform has its own rules about milestones, so check out what milestones are. I explain this in my videos. Check out the pages. Freelancer sites do function similarly, but when you become a member of freelancer site, you have to study it in detail. Trust me, take one day if necessary, but study the platform so you do not become a victim. Let's go to reason number two. Mistake number two is connected to mistake number one. Usually people who don't study the rules, terms of services of the platform, don't study the demographics of the platform. You have to see the demographics of, especially if you're a freelancer, see the demographics of the clients. Study the demographics also of your peers, of your colleagues, or maybe you want to see them as competition, but I don't see them as competition because there is enough jobs for everyone. Trust me, there is. We're all in different price brackets. So if you're a beginner freelancer, you're not competition to me anymore, because I am a high tier freelancer now. So freelancers are split into brackets. So don't look at your colleagues as your competition. Learn from them, okay? That's just a side tip, but learn the demographics. Next, don't be emotional. By emotional, I mean never make decisions based on emotions, and the main emotion with new freelancers will be either insecurity or fear, or desperation. So you might need money now, I understand. Money might be tight, but don't be desperate for money, okay? If you're desperate, there are some clients that will smell this, okay? And they will basically like cut you short. So don't make decisions based on fear or based on greed. Fear is connected to desperation, so you're desperate to pay the bills and you like accept $1 project and your work is worth like $200. Don't do it, because I know you need those first initial jobs, but you have to like put the bottom line. You have to have the bottom line. Even if it's $10, let it be $10, not $1. You understand? So, like, be realistic, okay? Don't sell yourself short. Let's go to number four. All these first three mistakes are connected to mistake number four. So, if you don't know the platform, if you don't know the demographics, if you're desperate for making quick buck, you will most likely fall a victim to scammers. So, the mistake number four is falling a victim to scammers. Scammers mostly use people's desperation, that's for one, but they also use your lack of knowledge of the platform and your lack of demographics. So you might be a victim to the scam just because you're desperate and not informed. So please do your homework and try to be patient and methodic. 90% of the people are good people. You will stumble across honest clients that will pay you for your job honestly, fairly. I know this is capitalism. I know there are people that will do the same job for $1, but trust me, there are clients that are willing to pay more for better work. So if you have a solid skill, don't worry, you will find a decent client. Even if you're a beginner but you're honest, you're working quick, and the client is also sure that you're not a scammer. So if you're like honest, doing a quick job and a fairly cheap job, you still can earn decent money. So mistake number 5 would be, I see a lot of people just diving into freelancing. Maybe they prepared, but they don't have a portfolio. So I don't have to tell you that being a freelancer without a portfolio is like being nothing. So you have to build a portfolio, even though it's 2 logos or 2 videos, just do something. Do a project for practice. As I mentioned in one of my videos, you can use contests on Freelancer as practice. But you have to build some kind of a portfolio. Portfolio is your, if you don't know what a portfolio is, basically, portfolio is like your gallery of your past work. If you don't have your past work, if you're a new freelancer that is like trying to land a first job, do few like projects for yourself, for homework, for practice, and fill up your portfolio with at least 3 or 4 examples of your work. Okay. Next, number 6. Number 6 is a tough one, and I think that most of us learn this the hard way, but you have to learn negotiation skills. Negotiation skills are highly connected with cultural also elements. People do not negotiate the same in Turkey, in India, Bangladesh, or maybe in England, Croatia, and United States. If you're a European or maybe an American, Canadian, etc., you will be very similar, but we from Europe or America or United States and Canada, we tend to be a lot of different from Indians, Pakis, Bangladesh, etc. So you have to know yourself first, but you have to know the other side. So yeah, there are cultural implications, but first position yourself, but know and understand the other side. Maybe it's just the client is not the fit for you. Maybe their budget is not the fit for you. So don't insist on something that doesn't work out. But negotiations. The main point I wanted to make about negotiations, because this is really a topic for itself. This is a video for itself. But don't talk about what you do. Don't tell you I'll make you a logo, I'll make you a video, I'll code you something. Talk about return of investment. So ROI. So point number 7. Point number 7, or mistake number 7. So mistake number 7 is bidding too high or bidding too low. It's obvious, and I don't have to tell you that this is a beginner's mistake. So you're either selling yourself short by being very desperate and wanting to land a job as soon as possible, so you like bid too low, or you're maybe trying to sell yourself too high and trying to seem as an elite freelancer, but you don't even have a built-up portfolio, you don't have former jobs. So always try to find the middle ground with the client. I think that's obvious, and that's connected with the mistake of negotiations. Let's go further. Mistake number 8. Mistake number 8 is cultural insensitivity. By cultural insensitivity, I mean, especially, no offense to any nation, religion, or race here, but I've seen a lot of people like being very closed in their own culture, meaning try to adapt. If you're a freelancer, if you're a negotiator, if you want to land that job, especially for freelancer, try to adjust to the client, try to understand him. For example, I love Indians. And Indian people, a lot of them are following my channel. Greetings to you guys. Thank you for following me. Thank you for subscribing. I want to help you. My main intention is to help you. So these are not only Indians. Basically, I think that most of the also South Asian people, what I've seen is in negotiations and addressing to the client, they use like weird weird language. So I know that English is not your first language, it's not mine. I'm Croatian, so it's not my native language. But you have to understand something. When you're negotiating with someone from European Union, Europe, or when you're negotiating with someone from USA, Canada, you shouldn't address them as dear. Never ever start your bid with hi dear. Please don't do this. This is such a turn off. It sounds very unprofessional. I know that your intentions are fair and good, but most Western people are put off with this. You have to be professional. Just say hi. Just say hi. If you don't know how to start your bid, say hi. Don't add kind sir, dear, etc. Just be brief. Be very professional, cold. Okay. Later, when you get to know the person, you can tell, yeah, thanks man, thanks bro, what's up. Yeah, but that's the client with whom you're working for years. So first, cold emails or cold bids, your first bid should be very professional, very short. You can Google how to bid. You have my bid examples in the link below. So yep, that's my point. I want to help you try to take in consideration the culture of your employer of client. So the same goes in reverse. For example, for me, if I'm negotiating with an Indian, I understand that they might have, their own requirements in the work, that they have might be on a tight deadline, tighter budget, very under pressure, because you have those big companies, Indian companies, that pressure their workers to produce tons of videos in short term. I relate to you guys and I understand that, but of course it took me time to understand that. So basically my point is adjust to your client or your employer. It will be much easier when you get to know each other, okay? But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Don't force it. For example, now on, I'll be honest, I mostly work with United States and Canada. These are my top clients. The rest of the world is 20% of the clients. So yeah, let's go to mistake number 9. Mistake number 9. I see that a lot of people that start freelancing are so excited, they post that on every social media account they have without even doing the first job. And I know it sounds contradictory. You would say, but Luka, how should I find the first job if I don't tell people about it that I started freelancing? I know. You see a lot of guys telling you, tell everybody that you started freelancing. I agree with that, but with one exception. If you don't have a portfolio, if you don't have even one job completed, even for your mom, please do not go out loud to all social media about your freelancing career. It's just people will ignore you. People just want to see results. So I started talking about my freelance career after a few years. You have to show something, you have to solve people's problems, and then you can show it's better to make a post. Listen people, I landed my first job on Freelancer. I made this brilliant business card from this company, from this client. I solved that problem. I solved problem A, problem B, problem C. And then you post that to social media. And then your maybe friend, family member, someone will tell, oh, I didn't know you do this. Would you do this for me? You see, it's much better than just a post, oh, people, I started working. Okay, you will get the support, you will get the likes, but you will not land the jobs. And you need the jobs. So land a portfolio, land the first job, and then go all into social media, okay? Just my advice. We don't have to agree on this, but this is my advice, my experience. If you don't have anything to back your data with or your pitch with, you will not make it, okay? It will just be an empty sales pitch, people will skip it, and that's all. And let's go to the last mistake. Mistake number 10 is expectations. So without doing anything out of this long list that I mentioned, people come in unprepared. They think they see this freelancer lifestyle. They see freedom, people working from the beaches, from the mansions, from a pool, drinking cocktails. Maybe that's an end result of it, but that's a result of the people that are not only freelancing, to be honest, because only by freelancing I doubt that you can live in a mansion. Maybe you could, there are always exceptions, but all of those people use the money earned from freelancing and like redistributed, invested it in like tens of other online streams. Okay, so freelancing is a good start to make a lot of money, and then with that money you can like spread out to YouTube like me, to content creation, digital products, Shopify store, Etsy store, affiliate marketing, brand deals, everything. Yeah, those people did earn everything that starting as a freelancer, but then they're branched out. Okay, freelancing is a great like foundation to build this. It's a great foundation to fund all these passive incomes, automated incomes, because trust me, if you're a full-time freelancer, you're going to bust your butt off. I'm sorry. And wrong expectations will make you quit. So don't think as freelancing as something easy. It's even harder than having a full-time job, because you have to pay that freedom. It's hard, especially in the beginning, and later you have to like work really hard. When we count YouTube, I work more than 12 hours a day, YouTube plus freelancing. So I'm running my own agency, I'm running YouTube channel, I'm doing my freelance gigs. So yeah, it has a price. The freedom has a price. It's not easy, it's worth it. I promise you, if you stick, you will make it. But don't expect it to be easy. It's never easy. I love you. Thank you for watching. Support me if you haven't. Your subs are my fuel. I love you. It's your guy, LP.